How to get your first wholesaling deal in under 2 hours. Guys, over 20 times this year, I've actually gone live, found a deal in under 2 hours, and I've shown you exactly how anyone as a beginner can get their first deal in wholesaling real estate in under 2 hours. It's not super easy. It requires a lot of hard work and dedication, but if you can really learn exactly in this video the steps that I'm going to tell you, you can easily find your first wholesaling real estate deal in under 2 hours. What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and I've done over 1,000 real estate wholesaling deals, and what I can tell you, it is 100% possible to get your first deal in under 2 hours. I've taught hundreds of thousands of people how to get their first real estate wholesaling deal, actually how to get into wholesaling real estate, and from tens of thousands of people sending me their first checks, just thanking me for getting them the first deal. I've seen it happen where people do it, and heck, I wanted to try it this year and see how I could do it. So in the year of 2022, I've been doing a lot of live cold calling, and in those little cold calling sessions, I have found in a 2-hour time span, I can talk to motivated sellers, give offers out there, and get these deals locked up under contract virtually anywhere around the country. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm able to do that, but also what I'm going to give you is 4 other ways to find a deal in under 2 hours. So you can go out here, talk to sellers quick, make really quick offers, preferably lowball offers. Overall, the top 5 ways to get your first wholesaling deal in the quickest time frame possible so you can become as successful as possible in wholesaling real estate. Before we break it down, do me a big favor, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. The first way, the one I sort of said before, the one I've done over 20 times this year, are what we call Zillow for sale by owners. Now, Zillow for sale by owners, or aka FSBOs, is a very interesting technique. These are people that list their property on Zillow and on places like Facebook and Craigslist where they're looking to sell the property without a realtor involved. These people want to sell the property, but they don't want to pay a realtor. Now, the main reason I've become very successful with this is not just because I cold call Zillow for sale by owners. Most people that cold call Zillow for sale by owners, they actually fail really badly. The reason why I'm really successful when it comes to cold calling Zillow for sale by owners is because I know the key strategies and I know exactly where to look. So let me give you my secrets. Most gurus will charge you $3,000 or $4,000 just to get this information. I'm gonna give it to you absolutely for free right now. I only want to talk to leads that have listed for over 100 days. Here's the big secret on why I'm so successful and why I can actually close these type of deals. When you have a property listed for under 100 days, a lot of these sellers are what we call very delusional. They want the most of the property. They think they're going to get the Zestimate value. And even if it's an ugly house, they're just going to wait for the perfect buyer to come and swoop in and buy their deal. When we all know the truth, when it's an ugly house, they're actually not going to be doing that. But after 100 days, the realtor stopped calling, the fake buyers come in and they give offers and really lowball, and then they don't like it and they keep saying no to them, and then really the most wholesalers just give up at that point. And now the property's sitting on market on Zillow for over 100 days and they're not getting any traction, or they're not really getting any offers. This is when we can swoop in with a cash offer, and usually within that 100 days they're a lot more motivated to sell. So this is why I only like to deal with properties that have been listed over 100 days on the Zillow for sale by owners, because most wholesalers go after the new ones. I go after the old ones because I don't care that the property is listed for a high price. I have talked to these sellers and I've shown you on the lives, I'm able to get 50, 60, 70, even $100,000 price reductions from these sellers. I don't care that it's listed for this high. It's been 100 days. Things change and they're a lot more motivated. Most sellers are going to figure this out in wholesaling real estate. Month 1, they might not want to sell in January. In March, they might be the perfect motivated seller, right? Every single month, something else changes in their life and their business, that things just change, right? So this is why it's very important to call these Zillow for sale by owners that are really older when it comes to the listing price and the listing age. Here's another really important part. I lowball like crazy. And what do I mean by that? I have a very general rule for Zillow for sale by owner leads. You have to offer under 70% of the listing price. That should be your MAO, or your max allowable offer. So if the property is listed for $100,000, that was the Zillow for sale by owner listing price, you are not allowed, this is my rule, this is how you're going to make a ton of money right now, you are not allowed to sign a contract for over $70,000 on that deal. What this does, it forces you to lowball sellers. You're most likely going to get a no, but if you can offer 50 to 100 of these type of leads, you're going to get a yes on a lowball offer, and that's going to make you a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 deal. Now, you guys see me do my Zillow for sale by owners. When I do a 2 hours trying to find a deal, most of these sellers are not okay with with me doing a lowball offer. But the thing is, there's might be one or two that's okay. And that's how I'm able to get 1, 2, even 3 deals in a 2-hour time span. Heck, I've actually done 3 deals in 30 minutes from doing the Zillow for sale by owners. And because I'm doing it virtually across the entire country, I can do a new market pretty much every single week on the dot, and they are all properties older than 100 days on the listing age. And this is the next part on the Zillow for sale by owners when it comes to actually cold calling them, but you have to have a very good delivery. If your delivery is poor, you're not going to get the lowball accepted. This is the difference between saying something like, hey, Mr. Seller, can you do $55,000 for the house? Versus saying, hey, Mr. Seller, I was talking to my partner and we were close to around $55,000 on this property. This is what we can do. Now, it might not seem like a huge difference between these 2 examples that I just gave, but one was not really too confident and not really having the authority or the authenticity that you're ready to buy this property now, and showing to these motivated sellers like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where my partner's at. This is my offer. When you give authenticity, when you give authority, and when you give an actual straightforward offer, the chance of them actually accepting it actually skyrockets. So having a great delivery is going to be a huge chance of you getting a deal. So when I say, hey, how to get a deal in under 2 hours, if you're not using these type of strategies, if you are not actually going out here and giving lowball offers with the right delivery, you're not going to get a deal in under 2 hours. You're going to have to actually offer the right way. And what you got to understand about offers is how you give the offer is almost as important as how much the offer is. If you can give a very good delivery with these offers to these motivated sellers, the chance of you getting accepted is way higher. This is why I can cold call a Zillow for sale by owner list and actually get an offer accepted when there's 4 or 5 other wholesalers maybe that week trying to get that deal, because my deliverability is good. I have a ton of confidence. I have a ton of authority. They want to talk to people that can actually get the stuff done, get the property sold, and get results. And that is what you have to do to become successful and get a deal in under 2 hours. I don't care whatever type of marketing list or strategy you do, you have to be confident with your offers. So that is the first strategy. Let me talk about the other 4 ones right now. So if you want to get a deal in under 2 hours, the next best thing is just plain old door knocking. Now, I told you guys, it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be sexy, but door knocking still works. And what is door knocking? Door knocking is just when we go and look for ugly houses, we knock on the door and say, hey, are you looking to sell your property? Me and my partner are looking to buy some more properties for cash. You should do it in areas where cash buyers are looking to buy it, but pound for pound, if you want to talk to 100 leads, the chance of those 100 selling to you for cash is actually the highest with door knocking. Now, it's a lot scarier. You actually have to go in person. It's a lot more face to face. It's not the most enjoyable or fun thing in the world. And in my opinion, there are better ways to do it, right? I like reverse drawing for dollars a little better. I like direct mail, texting, cold calling. But honestly, if you want to get it under 2 hours, this is a great strategy. And if I only had 2 hours to get a deal, this is definitely something I'd be adding in. Now, number 1, I'd probably do Zillow for sale by owners, but if I can't do a Zillow for sale by owner deal, I would probably just do door knocking. Number 3 here, I kind of mentioned this before, but this is reverse drawing for dollars and drawing for dollars in general, right? And so you could just drive for dollars, which is get in your car, looking for ugly looking houses. And when you look for an ugly house, you might go and just door knock on that deal, right? It's kind of a mix between 2 and 3 here. You can also put sticky notes on properties. What do I mean by this? So if you got those little yellow sticky post-it notes, write something along the lines of, hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call back. Then put your phone number you get from Google Voice. If you just cold call those type of leads and put a sticky note on them, there's a huge chance you're going to reach as many of these sellers as possible. And honestly, what I found, if you can get 2, 3, 4, 500 of these type of leads, you'll definitely get a deal. And if you want to get a deal in 2 days, put 4, 5, even 600 of these sticky notes out. You're going to find a deal quick. Now, it's a lot of work. I know that, but I'm telling you, if we only have 2 hours, this is what we got to do. Number 4, this is pretty quick, and this is actually pretty easy, and this is something I've done before, but this is just JVing other people's deals. So people send me JV deals in my DMs and on the Facebook group. They say, Zach, I have a deal here in Port St. Lucie. I want to get it sold. Or they got a deal in like Miami and they want to get it sold. And I have some buyers everywhere, right? People send me the address. I literally just send it over to one of my buyers I have in Miami and say, hey, would you buy this deal at this price? Oh, of course I'll buy it. And that JV person had it locked up for 130. Cash buyer's good for 150. That means it's a $20,000 assignment. I can write a JV deal up. I make 10, they make 10, right? Just because of my following, I can do stuff like that really quick in under 2 hours. But if you're going to do it, it's going to be a little more difficult. Maybe you don't have cash buyers in that area, or maybe you do have cash buyers. My best thing for you is if you're going to JV, find people that actually can't sell their deal and be in a market where you actually have cash buyers already set. If you don't know how to do it, just go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. I'll show you exactly how to find cash buyers. Probably cold calling the 4 rents is probably the quickest, easiest way for you right now. now on Zillow because it's free. But find somebody maybe on a YouTube comment that's looking to sell a deal, DM them, work together, get that deal sold. In under 2 hours, you can easily get a deal sold and find a deal and make an assignment fee. The last part here is number 5, and this might be the least quickest way out of them, but it's still extremely quick compared to other things. But this is just going to be good old-fashioned bandit signs, right? And I can tell you right now, if you could put 100, 200 bandit signs on like a Friday evening or maybe even a Thursday evening, really when traffic gets a little crazier on Friday, Saturday, Sundays around the city, over that weekend, you can get some calls from these bandit signs and actually find a deal. I used to make a lot of money with bandit signs, and I still make some money on bandit signs, not as much as I do with direct mail or cold calling or even SMS right now. But I remember as a kid starting out 17, 18 years old, I put 100 bandit signs out. I'd get a call on a Saturday, Sunday, and within a couple days, I'd find a deal. Now, if you have 2 hours, it's going to be a little more difficult to do, but really in under 2 hours of work, just putting bandit signs out, which you could probably put maybe 100 or 200 out, you can easily find a wholesaling real estate deal. The key here, guys and gals, is just finding deals as fast and quick as possible. And really, you got to make it super simple. If you can pull a list and market to it, that'll work really well. But sometimes you have to use strategies where you're pulling the list and you're talking to the sellers at the same time. The Zillow for sale by owners, bandit signs, door knocking, reverse drawing for dollars, and just JVing with other people. If you could stick to these 5 strategies and key methods for your marketing, you can obviously go out here, find deals as quick as possible. You've seen me on my live streams do it. If you want to see exactly how I do it on my live streams, just go to my YouTube channel and just go by the lives and watch me live cold calling. Most of the time when I got a live stream going on cold calling, I'm actually closing deals right there. So go on, check those out. Go to freewholesaling.com and see breakdowns of me closing deals, and you'll be well on your way of getting a wholesaling deal as quick as possible. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. Go to freewholesaling.com to learn exactly how to talk to sellers, give offers, get the best delivery possible to your motivated sellers so you have the best chance of getting the offer accepted so you can make the most money in wholesaling real estate, and make sure you get after it. Guys, no one said wholesaling real estate is easy or simple. It's hard work, it's dedication, but if you're willing to do the work, you can find a deal actually pretty quick. Remember, you get paid in proportion to the problems you solve in wholesaling. So if the seller has a really big problem, if you can solve that problem, you'll actually become very successful. If you don't help solve problems, it's gonna be a lot harder to do deals. Start marketing, start talking to sellers, start lowballing, and let's get some money. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.